Okay, so while you're doing the rhythm sort activity for Whoopee Cushion, make sure the first thing you do is write your name. So I'll put mine right on the top for you. And then put your grade. Now, both 3rd and 4th grade are doing this worksheet this week, so whichever grade is yours, just put that on there. You can put the date if you would like, but you don't have to. So the very first thing we need to do is look at this section right down here. In that section, we are going to be looking at what the rhythms are, what they sound like. Each box has a different rhythm. What you should do is sit and see if you can clap the rhythm. Box number 1 is made of ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. See if you can clap that. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. Your turn. My turn, number 1. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. Your turn, number 1. Good. Now let's look at box number 2. We have this first note right here. That's called a half note or a ta-ah. And it lasts for 2 heartbeats. Now let's look at this little line that's connecting the 2 notes like this. That line is called a slur. A slur connects 2 notes. So when we add 2 beats plus another beat, we get a ta-ah-ah. So you only clap on the first bit, on the ta where the capital T is, and then you're going to hold it for 3 beats, and then you'll clap again on that final ta. So it'll sound like this. Ta, ta. So repeat after me. Ta, ta. Ready, your turn. Ready, my turn. Ta, ta. Good. Now let's look at box number 3. This one has 2 sounds. So remember, these are our TTs. So this box goes T, 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 T. Repeat after me. T, 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 T. T, 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 T. Next, let's look at box number 4. So we've got TTs and tas, and then we've got this last one right here, which if you remember is our quarter rest, or shh. So on that rest, you make no sound, or you can go shh to make sure you don't clap. So repeat after me. T, 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 ta, shh. T, 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 ta, shh. Perfect. Now let's look at number 5. So now we've got our ta-ah, or half note, but it has this dot after it. What that means is that we now have what's called a dotted half note. And it lasts for 3 beats. So we've got a dotted half note equals 3 beats. So that dotted half note is going to be ta-ah-ah. Now what do you notice if you compare box 5 and box 2? It's a ta-ah-ah, ta, just like box 2. The only difference is that box 2 uses the slur to connect 2 notes. Now that's because in this piece, it'll change pitch or change solfege. When it doesn't change, we use the dotted half note in number 5. So repeat after me. Ta, ta. Ta, ta. Good. And finally, we have box number 6, which is just like number 2, but it ends on a sh. So we're going to go through box number 6. Ready? Ta, sh. Ta, sh. Good. Now, you'll notice that in each of the boxes, there are hearts at the top and words at the bottom. So you've got the hearts up here and words down here. In the middle, you are going to figure out what the rhythms are. Let's start with line 2. So this is the second line here. Which rhythm do you think matches she didn't see it? Just for that box. She didn't see it. If you need help, think about how many sounds are in each word. She has how many sounds? What about didn't? What about see? What about it? Now find the box on the bottom of the page that matches this. Now say the words in the first box here and clap whichever rhythm you think matches. Did you say that box 1 matched what we have in that box? If you did, you would be correct. So, draw your rhythms right inside the box. So this will go, and let's double check. She didn't see it. See how the words match what I clapped? Take a minute and make sure that you write that nice and neat right there. Good. And once that's all written, let's go to the next box on the second line. There. Let's see that word there. How many hearts is it taking up? We have 1, 2, 3. Now, which one has a note that makes 3 beats for one note and then 1 at the end? If you said it's either box 2 or box 5, you would be correct. But in order to decide which one we need, you need to look at if the note changes on there. So sing the song. We'll start right from she didn't see it. She didn't see it there. Did my solfege pitch change on the word there? Yes or no? It didn't. It stayed the same. So we know that it has to be number 5, with our dotted half note taking up 3 beats and a quarter note at the end for she. Good. Now, while I erase this, I want you to look at the third line and see if you can figure out what exactly is happening in cried. You'll notice the word cried goes over 3 beats. But you'll also notice that we broke up cried into 2 sections. That probably means that the note changes in the middle of the word cried. Now think through it. She cried, she cried. Hear how it changes on cried. So if it changes, then you need to write, it's going to be the half note or ta-ah tied to the quarter note. You have to draw that curved line connecting them in order for it to be correct. And then we have she on the other quarter note. Now, go through and finish the rest of this page for Whoopee Cushion and see if you can figure out what rhythms go in which box and draw them in. When you're finished, make sure you submit. Can't wait to see how you do.